入れ側にちょっと動かすと言えることが今もちょっとあって動かさないようにするために
Я не знаю, у меня вот из тех, кто работал, выбрал можно еще с другой стороны. Да. И вот она
I think we used to have
Я еще не написал.
После обеда
Алексей, вы не видите, что это потому что а почему? Да. И ну, войск по ремонту. Просто коннект Кумиса, чек из Кумиса. Где ринки у вас? Значит, я перейду на круг. Раз, два, три. Раз, два, три. Он не хотел слушать, что Сейчас, будет проверять, значит проверять.
Сейчас могу.
Раз, два, три, раз, два, три, раз, два, три. Раз, два, три, раз, два, три. Как теперь? Нет. Ну, он это... Вы из Кумиса, сколько? Вот самой он заботится. Вы все не было случая, сейчас много случаев Японии, и не может он
бежат, что кто знаете,
нас будет инвертация, мы просто переем. Завтра у нас будут печатать разные люди из разных книг. И должны обеспечить качественную архитектуру. Я готов, я решил с одного компьютера. Это статистика, можно всем, кто делает презентации, до завтрашнего утра, все презентации. И у нас в программе они подготовлены.
Немає значення якого формату.
Ну, PowerPoint. Що там? PDF, так.
А e-mail? Как формировать? E-mail приходит я, когда с кем рассылают, висит.
Я вот там сейчас.
Да. Он еще, вы общий рассылку делаете.
Да, я знаю.
Значит, такая программа. Вы напишите що кожна презентація починалася з номера. Можно думать на адженде, которую рассылалась, она моя номер. Вы посылаете вначале номер, а потом уже ваше имя. Если будут не простишь его, найти как я зараз решу останню версію адженди, але вона не змінилась. Перевірте, в якому вигляді, спочатку номер презентації, а потім вже ваше ім'я, сідайте на секретарю, будь ласка, мій факт.
Then put your presentation agenda first, and then
Маю на увазі презентацію завжди. Презентація. Я перепрошую, я правда не робив. Тоді просто дату. Дата. А останній прізвище і дата, якого ви читаєте, а ви бачите час презентації, ви зараз нічого. Ви не час презентації. Завтра буде реєстрація, буде 20 отримує розпечатану останню версію презентації. Там буде промовіс
Що ти, оцініть, будь ласка.
Окей. Це дуже технічна проблема, тому що наші захищають, вони не чують, нас не чують, дуже бачать. Але дуже проблема. Somebody connected from the police?
No, they the whole thing is there. So something wrong. Pan prawda zdrada?
Це теж красиво, але вона ще змінилася, вона
Я прошу минуточку внимания. Кто-то из наших оставил вот эту, знаете, somebody left this reception. Is it yours? Oh, okay.
Okay, they start to do that.
What about the book? They see us?
So tell me those what I want. No, you see us? Okay.こっちの声は聞こえますか？電話会っていうね。電話系じゃなくて聞こえる。電話ちょっと切っていい？
Ты что, знаешь, как же Россия? Там жители, когда
чегоってやつね。
я напишу.
一瞬そっちカメラオンってできないか。カメラがついてないじゃん。 which is the mic? The mic is
Им еще раз
Now my please.
Вот, что это случилось?
Yeah, no, micには誰も喋ってない。マイクちょっと伝えてみてね。
No, no sound.
No sound.
No sound.
ちょっとこっちのマイクが動いてないみたいでした。
Я пока скажу, как это, у нас каждый год проводится ежегодное совещание по видовой проекту. Встреча Joint Coordination Policy проект. Это действительно нормальная процедура, в которой все изменения, которые происходят, они должны фиксироваться по правилам организации жизни. Сейчас мы будем этот митинг, это самое GCC. И все получили утром, надеюсь, порядок определенный, да? Мы сейчас будем двигаться. Тут как решить проблему, потому что нам отключилась дискуссия уже на следующей организации, которая деньги, проект финансируется двумя агентствами государственными, которые деньги только дают так, японская сторона, как преступная. Важно, чтобы они сегодня услышали, что они будут достигнуть. В этом клуб, в котором каждая организация, один человек, должна очень коротко рассказать о том, чем занималась. Основном, кто такой. У вас есть презентация 5 и 6. Вы о своей научной стороне рассказываете 5 и 6. Все это рассмотрите, что мы делали вот то, что вы записано. Презентации озвучите. Ну, решили. Очень коротко, потому что у нас будущая война, когда мы рассказываем фильм. Это вот какой-то касается всех. Там есть записана каждая организация, отличие от организации, пример организации, коротко говорит, чем организация занималась, потому что это война, и все события с ним связанные, экономики, как он двигалась, писали статьи и так далее. Это очень коротко. Буквально несколько предложений. Требуется такой очень большой пункт. Вот это есть пункт, который называется «Шла работа с начинается, у нас что-то такое, чего? У нас поменялся план распределения труда. Когда мы планировали мирное время, мы распределили остатки денег на каждый из них. Когда началась война, то, вероятно, наиболее пострадавшие организации в зоне, поэтому мы сняли деньги. Это скорее и отдали деньги для тех, кто попали в такую критическую ситуацию. Вы знаете, что и ДТ-центр, и Заходник, и ПВС, и это исключение с по центру, который поддерживает какое-то горящее оборудование, да, еще вот где-то попал народ из 6 звания, считали остального, нам расскажешь, что такое ценное ты получаешь сейчас от нас, и которого уже не знаю. Так, вот это лампа, что мы вам привезли, что там лампа, или встречу, что вам привезли?
Вы нам привезли, во-первых, очень дорогие файлы. А главное, что они уникальны. Фотоэлектронные умножители. Для самого главного прибора, который у нас используется для измерения станции 90, который называется 3К29 жидкостный реакционный измеритель. Так вот, эти файлы, поскольку единственный офис, который обслуживает этот тип приборов, находится в Москве, а наши последние переговоры закончились ровно за неделю до начала войны. Понятно, что после этого вопрос о техническом обслуживании приборов просто стал бессмысленным. Тогда мы обратились за помощью к нашим японским партнерам, потому что производитель этих файлов — это японская компания Hamamatsu Optic Incorporated. Японские партнеры связались с Hamamatsu, они запросили спецификацию нашего прибора, передали вопрос в свой офис в Вене, и мы в режиме онлайн-консультаций работали по тестированию этого прибора с инженерами Фергамиана. В результате определили блоки, которые нуждаются в замене, они были направлены к вам, и вот сейчас мы надеемся их присутствовать. Теперь мы будем их самостоятельно по ремоут управлением инженеров компании из Вены, которые не могут приехать в Украину, выполнять замену в онлайн-режиме.
Спасибо. Значит, я сейчас еще раз пройдусь по Жене Гречину. Очень настраивается, идет настройка звука для определенных пользователей. Так, Женя была, как понимаете, съебана вчера ночью, сегодня утром. Так, у нас начнется понятное дело. Значит, надо сказать, Киреев, Вишневский и Московский, как пострадали их организации технически от оккупации. Стоило это просто у них денег, всех остальных, еще секунду, это просто я благодарю здесь. Московский сейчас подъезжает в Варшаве, интернет, который здесь нет, приехал встречать, он придет к 11 часам. Московский немножко позже. Потом профессор Напа представит, что реально мы поставили, а потом этот пункт, который я говорил, это карта организации, очень кратко скажет, опираясь от того, что мы поставили на семинаре, что она сделала, внимание, потом мы написали на японском языке уже проект отчета научной части, и профессор Напа его составит. У нас сейчас в Японии находится Елена Бурзо, которая представляет одновременный заповедник, и тут работает в контакте с правительством. И вот на тренировке, и Елена Павленко сейчас завершается этап подготовки приезда молодых ученых. И потом будет часть связанная с тем, что у нас проект заканчивается официально в марте. Финансовый год японский заканчивается 31 марта. Страна пойдется по тем пунктам, которые у нас запланированы до конца этого периода. Потом будет общая дискуссия, и потом у нас мы все закончим 12 часов. Потому что в 12:30 составляется групп достоверных центров, почему не случае прошло участие, потому что после реальных центров не занимается только разговор, который занимается в принципе расчетами радиационной аварии. Моя киевская группа участвовала в медиации с мы выбирали место для поиска аварии. С помощью роста они выбирали по несколько площадок, какую-то площадок поставить Сергей Кирилл участвовал детально. Поэтому практически считается Слава Катакерского, который я знаю 92 года. И тот года в этом институте не занимается револьвером. Поэтому мы предлагали с собой Носовского, представляющий институт, который занимает в том числе реактор. И узел, который составляет инспекцию, тоже. Поэтому мы так усилили. Поэтому включили 12 часов, надо читали, включили 12 часов. 12 часов дня вы свободны для работы здесь, эта комната открыта, она закрывается, включили этот сессион, можно здесь приезжать, спокойно слушать, ведут сюда дошли презентация, обсуждать вопросы, занимайтесь. Завтра у нас начнется семинар, еще по утром с регистрацией, карты получили указывать на программы, еще остальные гости, которые посетите программе. И будет несколько японских участников, мы спикеров, все очень меня помогли. С вами еще разговаривали сегодня тоже познакомились. Вот это вот такая программа сегодня. Я не знаю, нас тоже слышит, коллеги? Дмитрий Гудков, вы меня слышите? Дмитрий.
Да, я вас слышу, не очень четко, но я вас слышу более-менее.
У меня такое предложение, что не ставить по струку посередине комнаты, а вопрос, ну, будет из центра взорвать. Мы с тобой спит, move closer. Okay. Now, sorry for technical problems, but now we are ready to start. Today we have this meeting of Subrex project. This short discussion for tomorrow. We will start this seminar just during the next hour. I will distribute to everybody the last version of the agenda. The seminar did not significantly changes in comparison with the previous versions. In any case, it's final version. So now we will start, and we have an idea that we will start by the greetings from the Japanese side and from the Ukrainian side. And the Japanese side in the program was presented by Professor Namba and from DAST, from Soviet. It's Oleg Nasnik as coordinator of our project, and Rika Solotra as head of the department, very short meetings, and then we continue. So I propose to take floor to Navas and say, and maybe we will also ask Smioda-san is online? We see Smioda-san is online? Smioda-san.
Not online.
No.
We don't see it.
Okay. Okay, so then we go according to the program. So please, open. Yes,
normally the JCC meeting should be held in Kyiv, but after the COVID situation we have it online. So after the COVID situation, this is the again the first face-to-face JCC meeting. And the JCC meeting will include the confirmation of the progress and major change in the project goals for members and so on. And this fiscal year is the last year for our success project, and it becomes very important to make a final record to finish the successfully. And I will talk about this later, but I will talk about the details when I talk about the draft of final report. Okay, thank you.
This is good.
So I would like to greet everyone and thank our Japanese colleagues for the organization of these meetings. And unfortunately, we don't have the opportunity to travel to Ukraine not only because of the WTF, but the situation in Ukraine also. And I think that the cooperation of Ukraine and Japan on the issues of mediation with the political on the big disaster is very crucial and important to find the solutions of the recovery of the conflicted territories, and we had very fruitful 2 days. We discussed the results of joint works and the results of researches made. And I think that this is a great opportunity to discuss also the possibilities of further cooperation between our countries. Thank you.
Last years we had a rather severe COVID situation, and this surely changed many of our plans. But we, together with our Japanese colleagues, changed our plans in such a way to continue our research in the exclusion zone and continue to develop all necessary scientific products of our project. So the field work in the exclusion zone was not stopped. Everything which was planned in principle was implemented in the exclusion zone with the remote assistance of our Japanese colleagues who could not visit the exclusion zone, but Ukrainian participants of the project in cooperation, remote cooperation with our Japanese colleagues, provided the necessary experimental work in the exclusion zone. And we would like to say that in principle we are approaching the end of this project with all necessary implementation of the foreseen work in the exclusion zone. And I hope that during these meetings we shall discuss also with our Japanese colleagues necessary issues to produce scientific articles and other necessary documents of regulatory and legal character to push the situation in Ukraine with reconsidering the zoning of the contaminated territories. Thank you.
And now we will move to our agenda, and because our plan that we will prepare short presentations from Ecocenter, Novo Reserve, and Radioactivity from CPVP about how occupation destroyed monitoring implementation of the security of these animals. So first I will ask Sergei Kireev. He will have tomorrow larger presentation with photo, but today only very shortly. What he wrote.
Доброго дня, шановні колеги. Ні для кого не секрет, що зона відчуження 35 днів була в окупації.
We all know that Centrum was under the occupation for 35 days.
За цей період російськими окупантами були знищені
During this period, by the Russian occupiers were destroyed.
Автоматизована система радіаційного контролю виконуючого.
Automated radiation monitoring system of the exclusion zone was destroyed.
Розграблено сховище джерел іонізуючого випроміння.
What was looted, the storage of the analyzed resources.
Spent radiation sources.
Of the spent radiation sources, yeah.
Крім того, все обладнання, до якого в комплекті знаходились комп'ютери або ноутбуки, вони так само знищені.
Also, all the equipment, which included the hardware and software, they also were destroyed.
Ну і, звичайно, розграблені приміщення виробничі.
And the industrial facilities and industrial buildings, they also were locked and destroyed.
Було розкидано, розбито,
Everything
побито.
was damaged, destroyed, robbed.
Сервера, які були задіяні в системі антисильної екологічної контролю, так само було знищено.
The servers also were destroyed, those servers which carried out the radiation monitoring in exclusion zone.
Транспортні засоби були викрадені.
The transport means they were stolen.
Такі
So this is the situation which we have after the occupation.
In order for tomorrow, special presentation is the podium, so just from Chimologé, the Institute present.
Yes. In field education reserve, research department located in Chernobyl, the center of Chernobyl, and our office was used. So Russian soldiers most probably owned computers and very powerful computers that successfully was 2 years before. But 2 months after invasion, looted and destroyed maybe 25% of glassware in laboratory, damaged maybe all laboratory equipment, like chemical analyzer, wastewater, etc. But this saved our car. Really good channel step who is equipment to support our activity in success project. And 2 months after finished invasion, we restored our office in Chernobyl, and the last 3 months we worked in Chernobyl, and we tried to finish our work in success project.
And about VCP, when Rimshinosovsky Eurocup related to say, but you know very well that they have three things that it was the special branch of CPTP in Chernobyl, and they also lost all the computer equipment and part of computer equipment. But they have the most heavy needs for computer equipment, and before we take decision to help them in this computer. Okay, so now after this short overview, in models to be presented tomorrow, I will ask Navasensei to present what changed in the equipment list and what we will deliver. In principle, I could say that during this presentation, of course, the main agencies tried to help the Chernobyl zone immediately after the occupation, but international agencies very slow in decision making. But they didn't take into account that we have one center of decision making in Japan. Now, this is supporting this news very quickly. And now it's still presented with that. So,
I'm showing it's small data. So in response to the Russian invasion, damage is made in internal exclusion zone. We decided to add instruments to deliver to some
Потушите.
research institute.
Could you zoom and make larger size because nobody could see it.
Do you want to make it to or we can share
You
this?
could provide the detail, you could provide overview, what kind of the people.
Okay. So our idea is, of course, the as Mark and Sergey mentioned, we deliver computers to restart the prediction or monitoring. So major instruments within this new delivery is include computers. And also, we came to know that monitoring system was destroyed. And to secure those radiation dose safety in general exclusion zone, we came to the dosimeters. Every kind of dosimeters are necessary. So we decided to deliver like detectors, dosimeters, and in addition to the computers. So this is the new list, and some of them have already started to deliver to you, and we had this procurement delivery ceremony with Ukrainian ambassador in Japan and the Japanese ambassador in Ukraine 8 August. So, and
recording in progress.
The research institute is the Eco Center UHY ISP NTD and Chernobyl I thought they are natural reserves are also. Okay, these are research institutes. Okay, so this is not in detail, but summary of the new delivery of the instruments in response to cross-communication in natural exclusion zone. So the delivery will be finished in November or December. By December, delivery will be finished. Any question?
Questions? Will you also ask people who hear what they received? As I understand, for the center, will you receive majority of your agreement?
Yes, we received.
Sure. No.
We didn't receive the computers itself,
Yes, no.
and your server also didn't receive it.
Not yet. Okay. I think this is within the list. So we need this to be delivered. Alpha, gamma, beta detectors for echo center. And I'm not sure about the specification of the computer. That is one of the computers. I think it's kind of server. Dell PER 750. And this is also a server Dell PET 150. So,
Значит, вроде новость Украины, при этом была, ты фотоповторик, тяжелая карга, представлена многими, уже вот сейчас, скажи, что вообще нет, повтори сюда.
okay, we can check where this is.
Okay, because the situation now in Ukraine is not simple to buy equipment, and some of them will delivered from the abroad. Unfortunately, Regina now went to the another Polish center, but they deliver step by step. I know the majority of the equipment is now delivered to CPDP, but unfortunately, now it's there was news from Ukraine now. I just asked Dr. Kowski why he didn't participate. He said this is an urgent meeting in the Ministry of Health. Is because did you see my email?
Okay. Did you send my address?
Ты получил адрес?
Да, получил.
Я получил адрес. Я читаю. Не нужно машину. I sent you his email, I don't know.
Все, получил.
I didn't read it, but agree. Not too correct. Move.
Mas, totalmente.
I confused with Rebussy. But I see one. But in any case, now we only one thing that this next statement from the Putin about readiness of Russian army to use tactical nuclear weapon is the border of Ukraine. And provide some training about this. And for now in Kyiv, the working ministries relevant to this special meeting and there is also now one position in the Ministry of Public Affairs. Okay. So, so now our next item is review of the project progress and issue science paper 2020. In principle, Eco Center many activities reestablishment of the system. Could you say what is now the mode for the operation of the center? People working here in big wages, how now the center works?
Всі основні функції, які виконував персонал, на сьогодні відновлені.
The all main objectives, purposes of the Eco Center, they are still active now. We continue to implement our purposes.
Це відбулось завдяки допомоги міжнародних партнерів японської сторони в рамках проекту.
And it became possible with the help of our international partners and especially with the help of Japanese colleagues in the frame of subject project.
Ну, в першу чергу ми відновили після деокупації систему радіаційно-дозиметричного контролю.
So we restarted the radiation dosimetry control system first of all after the occupation.
Зараз в зоні працює тільки 2 КПП.
And now in the exclusion zone are working only 2 control and dosimetry points.
Це Лілів
And the lead point, control point,
і Дяк.
and the Turkey control and dosimetry point.
Після деокупації персоналом Центру проведено радіаційно-дозиметричний контроль спочатку в місті Чорнобиль і на основних шляхах пересування.
After the deoccupation of the exclusion zone, the radiation dosimetry control was carried out by the personnel and then supervised.
Паралельно була відновлена часткова автоматизована система радіаційного контролю в зоні.
Radiation and dosimetry control in the exclusion zone was partially restarted, updated.
А також робота центральної аналітичної лабораторії.
And also work of our Centrum and analytical laboratory.
Лабораторія працює в, то, що ми змогли відновити якісь там комп'ютери і ноутбуки, це було підключено до обладнання і воно спочатку гамма-спектрометрія, потім бета, потім альфа почали працювати.
So the also laboratory works partially step by step. We connected some receipts, some computers and the software, then we connected it to the system, and now this equipment started to work again.
Перевірка пунктів моніторингу, вона ускладнювалась тим, що територія була замінована, ну і продовжують деякі території зони ще не
I completely left my
в рамках ті полігони, які були нами звані, зроблені в рамках проекту «Секрет», вони відновлені для проведення спостережень.
Those landscapes which we have in the frames of such project, they are still available now, so the works can be continued.
Я маю на увазі сверловини водоймового.
I mean the wells on near the area of the compound.
А також струковий майданчик.
And the flow sites.
Те, що і далі ми будемо відновлювати і цю систему, яка була раніше, але ж є зараз певне обмеження.
The system, of course, will be restored and of course will be continued, but now we have some restrictions.
До деяких пунктів спостережень це
Some restrictions to the access of some observation points.
ми ще не дійшли. Це пов'язано з тим, що там знаходяться військові.
We cannot get access to this point because of the Ukrainian army is located there.
І сподіваємось, що після того, як ми отримаємо системні блоки,
We hope that after when we receive the system blocks,
лабораторія відновить всю свою діяльність в повному обсязі.
And then after that, our Central Analytical Laboratory can continue its work as it was before the war.
Поскольку я показал этот линк, я сейчас прочитаю то, что пишут наши телеграм-каналы, перевод интервью, которое было, основные сообщения из этого интервью для New York Times. Taking into account that I was not this link to the New York Times article, our telegram channels provide the summary. Путин направил ядерный военный эшелон к юге против Украины. КРФ может устроить демонстративные подрывы на близких границах. Это Таймс. Ссылка на военную случай. Дальше. Речь идет о подрыве ядерного оружия в Черном море. В случае ошибки могут пострадать и привести города. Третье. Министр обороны Британии Петербург считает элементарного подрыва. So the summary of this article is Putin sent by train some warhead to the line of the front in Ukraine, and it means that the Russian Federation could provide a demonstrative explosion near the Ukrainian border. And it's take in mind possible that it will be nuclear explosion in the Black Sea. And comment from time that in this case it can be some kind of tsunami for the cities of Russia. And at the same time, Minister of Defense of Great Britain and Pentagon do not suppose that such nuclear explosion has low probability. Come back to the problem. So now this is about natural reserve.
Можна питання додати, Сергій? Дякуємо за інформацію. Dear Ivанович, thank you very much for giving information about the Arctic Simulation and Data Center. And during your talk you mentioned that you got a clearance to use the radar pod which been installed in exclusion zone within the project in support of SAFEX project. And this is very optimistic and good news which sound to us. Does it mean that now we have opportunity with your support to visit the exclusion zone in order to review the current conditions of this runoff port, to review the state of all the equipment installed on this runoff port, and to compile a list of all the components which have been lost or stolen during the invasion time, in order to forward this list to our Japanese colleagues, in order to provide with the replacement and renewal of the necessary type of equipment and components.
Що стосується відвідування зони, ніяких обмежень поки ще не було. Це можуть підтвердити колеги з Запоріжжя, приїжджали на вулицю. Так само
Police from the reserve can prove this information because they had these visits.
Так само Валерій Гашпаров
Also, Valery
своїм
Gashparov
колегам
was
і
in
дивився
the
там на своє обладнання.
They checked their equipment inside the zone.
Єдине, що не до всіх пунктах зараз можна доїхати.
So the only problem is that we cannot get access to the all points.
І це проблема ні зони відчуження, і центру.
This is not a problem for the exclusion zone or epicenter or reserve.
Це ситуація така, яка склала. Ну, наприклад,
This is just the situation which we have for this day.
не можна доїхати на лівий берег.
For example, you cannot get the access to the left side of the Pripyat River.
Бо міст його немає, він зовні.
Because the bridge does not exist now because of this.
І ті пункти спостереження, які знаходяться на лівому березі, в тому числі.
And the operation points, we cannot also get access to them which are located on the left side of the river.
Машева, Красне, Кривна Гора, Паришев, ми так само ще туди не давали.
So we also didn't receive the access to these calls which are located there.
І це стосується і Красняної Гори.
So does it mean that all the three installed runoff walls, namely Popachi, Rodriguez, and Karabot, are available to visit now with your support in order to study their current conditions after this invasion of students. The access is open, is clear. Another question. Some of the computer equipment which have been provided by our Japanese colleagues was used to read the data from the instruments installed on this runoff wall. So my question, did you include this equipment also in the list of your recent requests from the Japanese side? In order we can continue to withdraw to read the data from the from all the instruments installed on this runoff wall, or this should be ordered as procured as a separate order with the specific indication that this equipment is solely used just to read the data from the instrument installed on this runoff wall.
Додатково нічого не треба.
Не треба. Там два автобуси. Їх разом з програмою.
Саме такі втрати в рамках СКС, то всі проби, які були, це стосується гідробіологічних.
So all these samples, especially hydrobiological samples, in the frame of subject project.
Японські колеги готували ці проби і складали їх.
Those samples which were prepared by Japanese colleagues.
От вони знищені.
So all these samples, they were destroyed, stolen and destroyed.
Тому що після 24 лютого,
After the 21st February,
як відключили окупанти світло,
when we didn't have the connection over the light in the exclusion zone because of electricity.
І всі проби за ці 35 днів вони прийшли
This they were lost.
А я скажу, надо зайти, а вот как есть Okay, let's continue. Please, Minister. The question is, how now, after the occupation, continue work with the National Reserve, and what is the plan of the finalizing of the communication and anything related to the
Communication, as I said, we restore our activity and most needed and expensive equipment that we take from Cyprus. It's a microscope and a thermostat, so we plan this year and next year to continue work with Cyprus and we checked our loss in Bloomberg. So we have access to this port, and we try to do it this year to collect samples of ice and soil for Cyprus project. Yes, and we plan collect information and make an article about the results.
Okay, tomorrow we will present the presentation.
Yes, tomorrow.
And in accordance with the program, the next presentation is from Nubik, UR.
Okay. We create 200 experimental forest sites by the support of SADREX project and our national gradient projects. And now we continue this work for the estimation of transport condition, gradient light with the forest, with different part of the trees, for the typical condition of the exclusion zone. From this data, now we create the maps of contamination wood products in Chernobyl exclusion zone, Wisconsin and cesium 90, and also probability of obtaining the forest products with contamination less permissible level in our country, and estimation the contamination in the future. From this work now we're planning create articles, journals with our journalist course. Also we continue our work with study the clean feeding and different countermeasures to decrease the activity concentration, gradient light in the fish, and we planning to continue this work during this year in Fukushima. Our PhD student, Polina, I think will be work in December in Fukushima and study influence of fertilizer to the transfer of the cesium from the feed to the fish. Also, we continue the work about the zoning of contamination center.
I would like to add a couple of words that the work which Professor Kaspar presented now within this project is a very valuable contribution to the issue of reconsideration of the zoning of the exclusion zone. This is very valuable information. Contribution.
Okay. Now, as I tell, now we have planned the announced meeting in the Ministry of Health, and Mr. Rosowski is now coming here. So next year we will be very high participating in our project by CGO plus Mr. Russian support of CGO, but in the beginning of war, this center, the technological center was created special center inside, the center of prediction of the consequences of nuclear accident. Of course, from the beginning of the war, this center used for the system was in the center of activities. And we tried to help the famous attacks project from outside, from Japan, connecting the center with Japanese scientists and Russian consultancy, and connect them with the road center in Europe. And you will see presentation more. Maybe a few words what you did after the 24th of February.
Я прошу прощения, я перепрошую, шановне панство, я з вашого дозволу українською мовою. Ну, скажу так, Український гідрометеорологічний центр, який керує...
Центр відомості.
Okay, so he's apologizing for speaking Ukrainian, and
Український гідрометеорологічний центр, який представляє фактично координує діяльність цієї гідрометеорологічної служби на території і ЦГО.
Ukrainian Hydrological Center is coordinating meteorological activities in Ukraine.
І, звичайно, що ми повністю в курсі справ, які веде ЦГО в рамках проєкту СССР.
So, and of course, we are all aware of activities conducted under the contracts.
Це, зокрема, стосується тих визначень концентрації радіонуклідів в атмосферному повітрі в місті Києві.
For example, this is the concentrations of radionuclides in the atmospheric in air of Kyiv.
І особливо, так би мовити, сторінку займають дослідження, пов'язані із пожежами в зоні відчуття.
Especially, we are considering the impacts of forest fires in the excluded zone.
Кожного року зробляється пожежі на зоні відчуження, і звичайно, що і наша метеорологічна
We see the forest fires in the excluded zone happening annually.
і наша метеорологічна і радіометричні служби відслідують цей процес.
And our regular monitoring sites are collecting data for the situation.
Зокрема, у нас є операційні установки, які стоять в місті Чорнобиль, у місті Києві, у Сновську. І це дозволяє нам у всякому разі мати операційні установки.
So we have exploration sites in
Чорнобиль, Сновську, Київ.
Chernobyl, City, Sosnovska,
Сновськ, Київ і далі. Це фактично ті, що розташовані на відстані до 130 кілометрів від зони відчуження.
So those sites are located about 130 kilometers from the exclusion zone.
Тобто це та відстань, яка дозволяє фіксувати переміщення продуктів горіння в зоні відчуження.
So this distance allows us to capture, to monitor to detect the products that may occur due to the forest fire in the excluded zone and transfer to these sites.
До певної міри функції розділені між Центральною медичною обсерваторією і Центром прогнозування наслідків радіаційних явищ. Розділені функції між ЦГО і Центром прогнозування наслідків, які є частиною будівельця.
Okay, the functionality of two centers is divided. So the forecasting and monitoring.
Центр прогнозування, звичайно, що використовує результати, які визначили і команда екоцентру, оскільки ми з ними обмінюємося інформацією для регулярної основи.
The forecasting center is of course using the data provided by the ecocenter because the data exchange is happening daily.
І інформацію, яку отримує Центральна медична обсерваторія, аналізуючи проби, які були зібрані на наших посадках.
And the forecasting center is using data update for the central monitoring, the central observatory, which collects data from the monitoring posts.
Це дозволяє нам прогнозувати поширення продуктів згоряння радіоактивних кінців у зоні відчуження.
Розширення радіоактивного дослідження програмного.
So this allows us to monitor this, to understand the dispersion of the products that could be related to the forest fire in food.
І відповідним чином оцінювати відповідно до національної радіаційної безпеки рівень ризику, який виникає у населення, які попадає в зону проходження хмар, які несуть радіоактивну залежність.
Okay, maybe first off, so as a result we can understand the movement of
clouds contaminated with radioactivity.
The cloud is contaminated with radioactivity and to estimate the dose, the exposure, or the dose actually.
The real risk,
The risk to be for the general population to be exposed on the right position. So what I see, so just passing through of the clouds that are contaminated with radioactive materials and the risks of general population to be exposed to the radioactive hazard.
У цьому році було декілька таких досить масштабних пожеж у зоні відчуження.
In this year we have two major forest fires in Warszawa.
Площа горіння лісів складала до 2000 гектарів.
The total area of burned forests were about 2,000 square kilometers. So, 2,000 hectares.
Areas for the presentation, more. Где было по презентации завтра? Я здесь. Почему остановка прокаты считается станцией, главной станции, центральной станции? Ну, это будет один требователь. Кто считает? Ну, звичайно, що за цими матеріалами ми випускаємо відповідні інформаційні довідки і посилюємо їх на нашому сайті. І ділимося з партнерами по вивченню наслідків проблем з зоні.
So all the data is of course shared for some means of reports.
Ми вивідуємо дані на нашому сайті
All data are shared on their website.
І відправляємо результати наші до наших партнерів.
And shared with their partners.
Ну і звичайно, що в рамках японського співробітництва з японською стороною можна сказати про те, що разом з Інститутом технологічним Карлсруhe і Інститутом радіології ми робимо одночасні розрахунки можливих аварій, на радіаційних аварій, які можуть статися на Запорізькій атомній станції кожного дня. Розраховується відповідно і потужність таких аварій і наслідки території, куди це поширюється прийняття, освітлення разом з Інститутом радіології і Інститутом. І про це буде розповідь на семінарі, буде виступати.
Thanks to the collaboration with the Institute of Environmental Radioactivity Fukushima and Institute of Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, we are making the daily forecast of potential nuclear disaster on the Ukrainian power plants like such as Zaporizhzhia, and based on this forecast, so related to cloud movement and direction, we could make the predictions of the radiation dose that could be exposed if such event will occur. And of course, this result will be discussed, will be presented at the scientific meeting next day.
Good results, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And next, I just received a reminder from the European Commission that all commissions waited to us for nuclear department. Commission is assembly. And our next Institute of Mathematical Machines and System Problems is called the Institute, in which I came to Fukushima in 2016 and became an academic. And we very quickly what we do in modeling of
our institute continue mathematical model of treated river contamination due to partial dam break on the left bank of the river during flooding. Based on the last field studies carried out by the Ukrainian Meteorological Institute. Also, we continue improvement of hydrological watershed model. We use it to simulate runoff from experimental floods. Also, we are modeling contaminated fish and calculate those dealing with eating this contamination fish.
Thank you. And also, if you Central will say about activity of this review unit. It is scientific technical center of nuclear aviation safety. She is present now, and I will briefly say that we in contact with this center. They combine monitoring of atmospheric dispersion with mobile laboratory, and we now will also organize a joint publication with CPDP and present with our team about combining use of the mobile laboratory with the monitoring series. And still, we not mention very important partner is Institute of Hydrobiology, Academy of Science in Ukraine. Unfortunately, due to the wartime restrictions for the scientists, this is the Academy of Science. The Wolf could not join us personally, but he is now remotely. We had a very good discussion yesterday. This thank you was about your activity in the final stage of this meeting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
We studied radiological, microbiological, and also radiological consequences of Chernobyl nuclear plant, Kudipol drop down, and also in some dates located nearby. So at this stage we are preparing an article devoted to dynamics of radionuclides in Toyota, in Chernobyl, Kudipol, in the study of drop down of water level. And also we analyzed those raised for Toyota due to external and internal process of irradiation, and also some radiological effects on Toyota in Chernobyl cooling pond and lakes on the airline, as some genetic and ecological effects on Toyota at the stage of drop down of water level.
Can you see the presentation of duty tomorrow? And next one is Institute of Geological Science. Please,
Thank you. So our institute participated to the task which is related to the hydrogeological studies of the Chernobyl cooling plant. We collaborated with Centrum and Professor Shmotaki, and recently we have Maximos who joined this team. Our institute has received computers for data management, and we are thankful for the project management. It is a very important support of our modeling group. So at the first stage, we have provided some consultation and advice on the site geology in order to develop monitoring wells by the Japanese side, and this project has been successfully completed, and Centrum has presented some interesting data from these wells, which provide some insights in the water exchange between the Arctic section of the side. Also, we provided Japanese side with a geological database, which was developed at our institute during 20 years. This is a large database of the geological information, and it was used by Centrum to develop a regional scale groundwater flow model of the area. During recent time, we also provided some consultation and discussion on the interpretation of the groundwater and surface water monitoring data for the Chernobyl cooling plant and residual surface water projects during the post-drawdown period. I think we have to do the changes. We provide our understanding to Japanese community to get some insights from their side, which are very useful. And I think there is a potential for joint publication on interpretation of data, which will include before drawdown and post drawdown dynamics of groundwater levels and radiant lights concentration in surface and groundwater. So in my tomorrow presentation, I will provide some additional information. Thank you.
So we finished this point item, and now we move to the next item or point of our agenda. It is review of the project final report. I think the comment doesn't say before, it's very common that we not request special reports from the Ukrainian participants, but according to rules that funding institutions, KST and JECA, the report was prepared in Japanese language, the draft of the report, in accordance with the coordination research plan. Everybody should know coordination research plan of our project, and the main task of this final report to demonstrate that the joint efforts by Ukrainian and Japanese team achieved what we promised. And now we're working with the direction. This seminar that will set tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, also working for the same goal, to demonstrate our scientific result. And you know a lot about the technical support that we discussed now. And we cannot now translation of this Japanese report into Ukrainian, but I will ask Ramsey say to show you how it works in Japanese and will make a very comment. I would like to say that about for better understanding the situation in Japan. In Japan, in big differences, for example, situations at the Ukrainian Academy of Science, where people receive budget money, the main product is a big internal report. Practically nobody never after the issue. In Japan, normal situations, the national scientific community, the main criteria is you achieve scientific result is your publication. So now a big task of joining our team. We have a very good result all together. We should accelerate our efforts to obtain publication. Therefore, report is not very big. Let's say about the task and what publication we are doing until the end of the year. Up to the end of the project, we should during the start of the year to present new publication to the public. So please notice.
So I'm not showing our tentative version of final report, which was submitted to JST by the
May I ask you to make it larger and switch over
by the end of August.
He's also very large.
If we do not have the Russian war of aggression, this tentative final report due was June. And review within the committee member of the JST will take place, and they will visit and have interview in Kyiv and Toronto. According to his tentative final report, they will check what really happened, what really went within our research program. And they will ask, they will raise questions after these interviews and visits in Toronto and Kyiv. And then we will make real final report around February, mid-February. So I will quickly explain the contents of final report. What we did for each small group, like group 1, 2, 3, and group 1 has I think 3 different activities. And I don't in detail, but we had already questions from the committee member of JST to the interim report. So interim report include like the first comment was the publication at the time of interim report was very small. There were only 5 papers, so they asked to increase, and we replied that we have now a total of 25 papers, and still we do need to have more publications to get good evaluation. As Mark mentioned, this is the one major criteria for scientific achievement of our program. And also, this should not be always true, but the co-author between Italian group and the Japanese team is the one thing they will look at. So of course you can put like acknowledgement the source of funding such as project, even if you are co-author all from Ukraine. Well, this is okay, but ideally the co-author between Ukrainian and the Japanese team is good. And these are, I think, not the major questions. And of course, so this tentative final report is according to the goals we described at the time of the start of this project. But of course, first at the time after the COVID pandemic situation, and then start of the Russian war aggression, the situation have changed largely. So, in response to the COVID pandemic situation, JICA and JSE allowed us the research in Fukushima environment. If it's related to Chernobyl environmental issues, like such as the comparison between Chernobyl and Fukushima, are regarded as a part of Chernobyl, satellite Chernobyl project. So some of our colleagues have already started the Fukushima study as an alternative to Chernobyl studies. And I did recommend our colleague to ask environment of current study, even though it's Fukushima study. So I think publication will continue from other Fukushima study, but it's related to Chernobyl project. And also the start of the Russian invasion had major change of Chernobyl environment situation. But so far, it's not easy, or it's not appropriate to change the goal we have from the start. So, but we would describe the change of the situation in Chernobyl, or management of Chernobyl, including the change of the government policy of management of Chernobyl from after Russian occupation. So in the final report, we do include these new situation after Russian occupation. So, and the other, so I think it's almost 10 minutes. So the other parts are like detailed description of detailed progress of each group. And this description is mostly done according to the published papers or papers in preparation. So, for preparation of final report, we need to ask you to publish as much as possible as a scientific paper. Okay, thank you.
Continuing to say, but still you want to take care because the next point of the agenda also is this overview situation with the jacket release.
Two more comments from us. Sorry, it's a question from us. So, the question one is publication is necessary to be in English, but I think it is okay to publish in Ukrainian language. As far as
I recommend this.
okay.
Because now we have few Ukrainian journals that are in the Scopus database.
Okay.
For example, journal of the for sure, Institute of Nuclear Research, for example, they nuclear research, they have impact factor, read the law, but so in principle, my thinking is that JCAC criteria is internationally recognized publication. Therefore, we could publish in Japan many publications in some Japanese journal in Japanese without impact factor, without presence in the database. It will not influence as a result of the regulation. Therefore, if a publication in the journal of Ukraine, it will be significant if the journal is the international recognized database.
But we not neglect if you have you sometimes you ask or you need to publish in Ukrainian language, so just add these publications. But as Mark mentioned, as scientific reviewers, they do look at the papers with impact factor or other factor, yeah. So, and the next question.
Next question is about, please say it was about Elena Boudot, trainee and
okay. This is a good one. And we started to have Elena Boudot, who is working. She belongs to Nuclear Research Institute in Ukraine, but she also working for Natural Reserve. And she wanted to learn a new technique to observe the chromosome. There is a new technology to stain and distinguish the abnormality of chromosome. So she came to Japan in late July. And she will be in Japan until middle of December. And she is not only in Fukushima, she learned in collaborative university in Hirosaki and Sapporo. And we have press release about having her as she is not learning as a JICA trainee, and she's and we made a press release in late August, and she has been in a music class. And we are also trying to have Polina. This is, we are trying to have Polina as JICA trainee, the same program as Polina. But as this is a part of our project. The funding will expire by the end of March. So now we are trying to have a few other funding sources, like scholarship and also as well as research project for her to continue a few more years. This is now our program to have. And we are also interested in to have Ukrainian graduate students, like for IPA. So we will keep to find a funding source to have Ukrainian graduate students in Japan. Question? Okay. The other question is about the criteria of number of publication. It's not easy to say. The one thing, of course, if the scientific impact is large, it's more than the story of the test number. And also, as the JICA is involved, like social impact is also important. Social impact means like improvement of like those safety in shoulder exclusion zone, or of course the rezoning of the shoulder exclusion zone or the area next to the shoulder exclusion zone to increase the economic activity of this area. And also social impact involves the international impact. So our activity is regarded as internationally important activity, it's also highly evaluated. So not just a simply number, but this kind of evaluation based on our description and some kind of evidence. Thank you.
Now still asking to continue with the way. But now is another item about recommendations that we should prepare together with the Ukrainian policy kind of field of the project. And I also will comment that in principle it's not a unique project of Centrum, so there's some recommendation, but taking into account that we put one of the goals of our project not only studying migration problem, but providing on this basis some recommendation for the Ukrainian authorities, first of all for surveillance, about the management of Chernobyl zone, and because the Group 4 that distribute information about Fukushima experience, how Fukushima was management. Is now the last stage of the discussion, GSP asked us to prepare and to present to the Ukrainian side the formal, not the formal, some kind of recommendation, what to comment, taking into account Fukushima experience and experience with the 5 years experience in Chernobyl. And here, from discussion, because there is a hard discussion, they go in the subsection about what can be done. And it is clear that not Soviet, not any institution, reserve or epicenter could change situations in management, because there is the frame of the upper level entity, Ministry of Environment, and plus the legislative body that exists in the country. The legislative body is created by our parliament, by the Committee of Environmental Policy. And if nothing happened extraordinary, tonight you can hear the deputy head of this chair of this committee, Parliament member Radioactivity. We hope that we will have the possibility together with Maxim Shevchuk and other people to sit together to explain fair about the situation. From our eyes, we see here in Russia, the support of Japanese efforts and try to think about possibility how to improve situation in Ukraine and so we have some preparation, but maybe say move forward, but what is now requirement to ask from GSP about this recommendation?
Connection to Ukraine. basically it should include the implementation of the what is rezoning and proper use of exclusion zone according to the radiation safety, which was clarified during our research project in Chernobyl exclusion zone. So, based on these, of course, not only the data, but also prediction is included. The important thing is based on scientific results, including the actual data and prediction, recommendation is made. So, recommendation may include rezoning and proper use of exclusion zone, but it should be done according to the scientific achievement of our Chernobyl project.
Let me ask a question. Maybe make within this trust project maybe some small additional efforts to show that for the moment the knowledge about the distribution of the fuel particles or hot particles in the nearest zone is also important, and to recommend for nearest future to make a new survey of the distribution of the fuel particles in the exclusion zone, because in principle this is the important factor which influence the safety of this territory. So we have rather new information about density or contamination of cesium, strontium, and transuranic elements, but we nothing know about present situation with the fuel particles. Just we have the recent IAEA report on the cooling pond, which says that on the territory of the former cooling pond, fuel particles and hot particles are still exist, and about 7% of them they are very resistant nature and will stay forever. But it would be interesting to have this recommendation to make this survey of the hot particles maybe from our project.
Yeah. I think it's good to include these hot particle issues as future issues to work on. So if it's this issue is raised based on our achievement, I think these future issues are also good to include in our recommendation. But so far, I think there are some knowledge produced by you or by Warszawa. So I think in this case we need to put some kind of review, or we can cite review paper in
And also, it was the idea during this discussion, sure we prepare this recommendation in accordance with the requirement of GST. But also we would after that when so yes, we will study this report and also it will be analyzed in National Commission on Age Protection and in the Committee of Ukrainian Parliament. It could be some feedback. They could send us the comments to this report, and also these comments could be some recommendation for us seriously important for Ukrainian authorities, and they could ask us to put potential initiatives. I think it will be better to have two stakeholders. The Chinese side using the experience of Ukrainian network, then same recommendation, and then, for example, critical technical council of Soviet and other technical body make reviewing recommendation about this and to say about other okay, now we are finished with the main program and still we want only say about a few things. One thing. From the rules of GST, in the final project, station project, it should be a visit of GST scientists to country for the implementation of the project and the contract with each institutions and interview with them about the results. And so it's clear that in the work condition it's impossible. In this situation, such interview will be organized maybe by remotely. So ask now to say comment how you see how it is and when possible to be and how.
It will be organized. And so, if it's actually visit, it will be organized in October or November. I think this remote interview will be organized at least by the end of this year, December. So late October or November, December, JST will ask you for each participating institutions the interview.
In principle, we come through all the items of the agenda, and now we have such point that if somebody from Ukrainian side has some comments about today's session, this presented today, plus we will have possibility, of course, next 2 days for communication and discussion of all these items. But if you have some idea to discuss now, please take over. I forget to ask Yuchimai about your team. But now I recall. What's yours? But your team is in the last year of the project. From April,
Okay, so UHMI have been participating in SAPER's project since the beginning, and we've been involved not only with scientific research, but also providing with the administrative and logistic support to operation of the project outside the Chernobyl exclusion zone, because everything inside the Chernobyl zone is the area of responsibility of subways and ecocenter, but UHMI is a host of SAPER's headquarters in Kyiv, we have our institute arranged dedicated offices and room in our institute where our Japanese colleagues have opportunity to do some camera work, office work. We also keep all the field equipment which is used for running experiments. So our main responsibility after the war was just to secure and to provide, to maintain the safety to all this equipment. And I'm glad to report to this very honest gathering that all equipment is in safe position, everything is under control, and since the war began, and some of the facilities which actually located nearby our institute have been attacked by Russian missiles, and we heard the strikes and blasts. So then the decision was made by the management of our institute to evacuate all the laboratory hostel equipment to a safer place. And maybe not of you know, but our institute is located in a very remote location inside Kyiv city. And in the past, during the Cold War, our institute was a key facility for construction of the civil defense infrastructure, which means that the basement of our institute was specially designed during the Cold War as a basic civil defense facility. So most of our laboratory equipment, alongside with the costly equipment of our Japanese colleagues, have been evacuated to the basement in our institute until we got an order from the administration, and it matched with the time when the Russian forces had been withdrawn from the Kyiv region. So then during the summertime, we recovered all our equipment, and it was installed back to the laboratory, tested, put back in operation, and we are glad to report that our laboratory facility is now in a very good top conditions, and we are ready to continue with the analytical support to run this project in the future. So that's all. This is information which is related to logistic and administrative support to carry out, to implement this separate project in Ukraine. When it comes to our scientific deliveries inside the project, this will be thoroughly in detail presented during the scientific conference in the next days. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, if somebody would like to add something to the program or to the discussion, please, it's time to do it now. Please.
Okay, I'd like to ask or propose a change of the member. We have already added or must as a new member of our Centrum project. This is a major change of member. And the introduction is already done. No? Okay. So please make a self-introduction in you. I think all of us are involved, so it's but we must share with the So thank you very much, so it's my great pleasure to join the Centrum project from this April.
and I'm working with Warszawa Society on the working group 1 on the groundwater investigation from Japanese side to these Ukrainian poles as we heard previously. Just a few words about my background. I was, before joining the University of Civil Environmental Radioactivity, I was working in Japan at another international institute of water hazard and risk management. So that my task was numerical simulations of catchment scale processes, including treaty of environmental tracer and addressing issues of flood, droughts, the dam reservoir operation, things like that. And thus the international center was based in Suva, which is next to Suva University, about 10 minutes by car. And we were working mainly for issues in the developing countries in Asia, Pacific, as well as Africa. So we had so many trips before COVID to various places. Before going to Japan, I was actually working in New Zealand, National Medical Center for Geological and Nuclear Sciences around Centrum, which has funded partly by the New Zealand government and partly by projects that involve regional councils like water quality, environmental isotope investigations of water quantity, quality, and support, especially nitrogen contamination to the economy in New Zealand. My education, I'm originally from Kyiv, Ukraine. Did my undergraduate degree in the National Polytechnic University of Ukraine, technical department, and then did my engineering diploma in environmental protection, degree. And after that, I worked a little bit in Ukraine on water quality issues and like water purification system design. And then I won the Master US governmental fellowship to study abroad or to get the graduate master degree. And I was studying for 2 years in Indiana University, United States. And then I continued to finish the PhD, so which I defended in 2010. I completed my education in 2011, so I've been busy and traveled in various places. Well, that's all for me. Thank you much. It's my great pleasure to meet you for the time and face to face. It's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you. Very well.
Okay, I would like my performance is the right generations of Ukrainian scientists, right, as young. The scientists who made career not in Ukraine, but practically he started to receive his PhD and then to work in the States and New Zealand. So he linked to us very good American English and to write papers in the good English and so on, but plus it's our Ukrainian friend.
Good opportunity to thank you, Mark, and a little opportunity and timing for me to join. And that's the best place I can, and my best I can put my best efforts to help Ukraine sort of do its food science and bring my expertise to the table. Thank you.
Back to the roots.
Back to the roots, exactly.
How long you never been? What was the last time you've been in Ukraine?
20 years ago.
Okay.
Sorry.
So with the chance after the war you did. Okay, somebody else would like to have some comments about this morning session? If not, we will continue with our other pieces. Дима, ты видишь? Зрение, наверное, скажи прямо возле зрителя. Вот сейчас я открылся этого зала. Да. Okay, I will present another Ukrainian scientist, German scientist now. It's Timothy Bushki. He worked in my team from physicians, but he worked in the Rodas, German scientist Timothy Bushki. Now, from our team, we will be developer for the system, and some of the team now working in the different countries of the world. And for example, in the Science journal, we just published a brief article about needs for the study of Ukraine of the environmental losses. It was collected a team of the international scientists. It was I, as Japanese, Dima are Germans. Plus we have Spanish scientists working from our team. It was an internal PhD from Australia. It was private scholarship from Singapore. It was Lukashenko from United States. And if you visit all these 8 processes, all former teams start with some kind of the international network. And because this is demonstrating situation in Ukraine when the brain people going abroad, on the side is seeing the difficult situation of the team connected with. And Dima will present today, Dima team working in Warsaw and from the beginning of war, Roda Center provide modeling situation in Ukraine, and Dima is also connection with the production team who provide now modeling. Today they will discuss providing result and they will present the result of the presentation tomorrow. So, Dima, welcome. Say something. Do you protect Ukraine?
No, we still use Ukrainian theology. It was... Есть японский коллег? So I will use 2 languages, Ukrainian and then I will translate to Так, ну, я ми ще давно, власне, 15 років. Запросили на невеликий термін на півроку в рамках переробки європейської системи підтримки прийняття рішення при радіаційних інцидентах. Я і мій колега Женя Євдін півроку, потім ще півроку, потім рік, 5. Женя тим часом звернувся, захистив дисертацію і отримав пізніше позицію в Мюнхені. Федеральна агенція з ядерної безпеки. Власне, вони є одним з великих користувачів в Німеччині, нашої системи ПРО. So I talk briefly about that I am in Germany since already 15 years. I started in a team of Mark in Kiev, doing hydrological modeling of the pollution transport. And then there was a decision in 2005 probably to redesign the European system for decisions for system for nuclear emergencies. Me and a colleague of mine, also a guy from our team, we moved to Karlsruhe, to Centrum Karlsruhe, which later became the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. And it was planned to be a short trip for half a year, another half a year, another year, 5, etc. So I stayed in Karlsruhe, and a colleague of mine came back to Kiev, got his PhD, and then moved to Munich, to the Federal Agency of Radiation Protection. So the development of system from the year 2007, I would say it's in a big part it's a Ukrainian product.
Okay, I would like to say about Dima, that he was invited by former Rasov, Dima, I worked with brothers from Kiev in 1991, Dima is some kind of exception for Western science, because if you use mathematician, it's true mathematician. Dima закончил какую программу? So if you work in mathematician, you work on mathematics. If you are programmers, you work only with programming. Dima at the same time, he is Java programmer and now he's one of the main developers of the road system of the sector. At the same time, he is a scientist who big background in mathematics and is possibility to rise to the papers, such people not very often find in the other countries, because usually people with more narrow idea. And we could bring such examples, because from my previous team, people working now on the different applications in the world. So it's a good educational background, and also, as I said, our life that push us in different directions, into the Union, yes, reduce sometimes the more comprehensive sense already to what is the different applications, not only the static background, but also the difference with the examples. What about the traditional function?
He needs some times, he will arrive here, but...
Okay, in this case, we will issue now, Nikolai. And therefore, we have in our schedule, we would like to say a few words in this case. Could you maybe sit down closer to the release? To see, you're behind the back, and down somewhere. So, we discussed about, we changed our plan, as you know, about the delivery of the equipment. Initial plan for the whole world that we will give equipment for each institute, but as a result of the war, we concentrate money that we need in the project. Only several institutes impacted by the occupation turnover. The few institutes was like one such institute. So, this, we should also we should finish now because we should go. So this you explain, what is the branch of the institute in Chernobyl, and how this branch was destroyed during the war?
Thank you. We have obtained some equipment within this project. The first stage is 2 or 3 years ago is several air centers, and we installed 2 centers on the left and right banks of Chernobyl power plant, but unfortunately they were broken before New Year, and we had no possibility to measure from the October of last year until now. But another 2 samples we use one of the in the key in our institute, and 1 sample now the department which work in the object shelter used for the measurements inside of the new safety confinement to control the air contamination of air within the new safety confinement. This year we have obtained additional equipment. We decided to split this equipment, mostly is the computers, split between 2 branches. Our department working within this project, but considering the situation in the Chernobyl department, Dr. Krasnov, because some computers were stolen, broken and so on. After the occupation, we, some part of computers will move in the future, next future, to the Chernobyl department of our institute, which work with problems of new safety. So we were grateful to Japanese side for this very important for us contribution, this technical support in this complicated situation.
Did you receive all our funds?
We have received almost all. One server refugee will say, he said that we will obtain the one last server next month. And that's all.
Okay, so some other questions, proposals, and such information about Kazakhstan, the signatures of some people who not to sign financial documents. It was brought to the EU to sign something. Of course, this way our next schools will not also. Two, Kabashne, three, we will sign some paper for the approval. Which signature is missing? Okay. Kiva and Kabashne here. Okay. So please sign and about article. Now we stop today's drawing session because we continue off with the smaller group. Professor Anatoly, Gusiev, Valerka, and Mansovsky will now go to the Polish Institute Center of University. Will say. Tools, time, and about so this room will all day class. So this here internet, Wikipedia, and some other snacks, and you see all together tomorrow.
Yeah.
Да, я вам не сказал, что